Hi, welcome or welcome back. I'm Claire. This is going to be a video for your tarot scope for the 26th and 27th of June. We have the moon in Virgo all day on the 26th. It moves into Libra on the 27th around 4:15 p.m. EDT. Tomorrow, the 27th, Mars also moves into Aries. So this is going to be where Mars will be spending about 6 months in 2020. So it's the beginning of something new. Mars in Aries is in its home sign, this is the sign of the warrior. Mars in Aries is very much the energy of needing to do something just for the sake of doing, and then doing something so you can learn whether or not it's worth doing. So it's going to be feeling like a boost of motivation for a lot of us, feeling like, all of the waiting, the brakes are kind of like fixed and let off, and now you can really go and let off some steam, hopefully. What else is there? That's kind of it. We're still deep in retrograde season. Venus is direct again, still in her shadow period for another couple weeks. And that's it. Yeah, that's it for the astrology. Okay, so let's get into the collective messages. And I will have the pick a card at the end of the video after this. So do already have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind. Feel free to pause the video, take a nice deep breath, and then whatever number comes to your mind first, that is the one you should be listening to. I will have the timestamps for that in the description box down below. So for all of us, let's get into the collective energies for the 26th and 27th of May. Okay. So we have the Devil, we have Temperance, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands. So these two, the first message that I got from these is a gentle answer turns away wrath. So with the Devil, we might be dealing with a Capricorn specifically, or a Sagittarius with this Temperance card. Or this Page of Wands might be a young Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, probably Sagittarius with this Temperance. Or this just, again, might be our own inner Peter Pan that we're going to be working with. With this Devil, we're going to be dealing with the chains that keep us small. I feel that this is like very confrontational energy for some reason today. It's kind of looking like there is something we need to be interrupting, whether that's a situation that could potentially blow up and become, a battle of the wits and egos and result in someone feeling very, very hurt at the end of it. We need to kind of be interrupting that situation and just stepping aside from the tendencies that we have within to be projecting our expectations, our negative expectations, specifically about people, telling those stories about like, well, you've, done this, that, and the other thing in the past, and, you're never going to change. And like, I have this story that I'm telling myself about you or this situation or the way that things are that I'm holding on really tightly to. And we don't have the space to be letting anything else in when we're in that much stubbornness. Thankfully, Temperance is coming in to just give us a little bit of grace, give us a little bit of goosh, just taking the edge off enough that we will be able to see other people's perspectives, enough that we're going to be able to like have an appropriate management of our inner worlds. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's okay, great. So I feel like we're going to be working with this Aries into Mars. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel great. We're definitely going to have to be mindful of what we're calling into existence based on what we've believed is possible from the past. And allowing our imaginations to go somewhere else with it. Aries is a sign that likes to do, not commit. So what are you subconsciously committed to? That's the question. That's the real question. All right, have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind. We're going to get into the pick a card now. I have the messages, card 1, 2, and 3 for the collective today. Okay, we've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. So the timestamps for that, they're in the description box. You can watch all 3 if you like, but we're going to start here with card number 1. This is the 5 of Swords. Feeling vindictive here, card number 1. Okay. Want to get back at somebody. Want to show somebody how wrong they were about you. Want to prove somebody right, maybe. Want to be in that place where it's like, oh, you think I am, petty and mean and all those things. Okay, well, I will show you petty and mean. Okay. This is the vibe I'm getting from this card today. Beware of battles which no one comes out on top. Even if it's you, even if it's your ego that comes out on top, that's not a real win. That's what I'm hearing there. Okay, let's clarify this 5 of Swords. Okay, so this might have been, with the 6 of Pentacles, something related to balancing your emotional checkbook. Might be something to do with a financial issue. This might be something to do with feeling like people weren't seeing your value in some way, and now you're like, I'm a show you, This can also play out as like needing to liberate yourself from those situations, but being aware that it needs to happen in sort of like a more gentle and tactful way than going out and starting fires and, just kind of feeling stuck and like pigeonholed in what you believe is true. Like, there's, oh yeah, here we go. Like your willpower, I feel like, is driving you to do something right now. And it's like, what you believe is true about you is only one very small portion of the picture. Card number 1, that's what I'm hearing. I feel like the part of yourself that you're trying to defend with this 5 of Swords is only a very, very small portion of your real life path. I feel like it's only, Mars is like how you fight and how you fuck. Okay, so like one planet in your entire chart. Don't give it more weight than it's due, because I feel like you have a lot of your willpower at your disposal right now. So just, if you do need to cut people off so you can get back on track with your life, make sure you're doing it in a way that's very, optimistic in a way, and like filled with the possibilities of something new, not terribly focused on, the way things have always been. Yeah. It's okay to turn your back on things. Okay. It's okay to it's also okay to with this situation, I feel like you might have to stay a little bit longer just to get to the truth of what's actually going on. Okay. That is it for you. Card number 1. We're going to move on now. This is going to be card number 2. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Harvest time. Harvest time. Put a lot of work into something in the past. Card number 2. Tended your fields, committed your daily habits to it. Now you're looking at the fruits of your labor, seeing how far you've come. Taking a pause, a time out for some of you, this will be. Feeling gratitude as well. I'm picking up a lot of the blue energies of this card today, so you might be communicating to somebody about your progress. You might be sharing how good it feels. Blue to me is all about truth. It's all about gratitude. So again, I feel like this is just a really nice day to get out the old gratitude journal and be doing that. And very peaceful. Finding a lot of peace within yourself for how far you've come. I'm not going to read that one. And acknowledging how much you've committed and how much that commitment has been really rewarding on all levels. That's so nice. Let's clarify this 7 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Hanged One, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, this is a very clear message for you today. It's time to stop fighting with something. Taking a softer approach is going to be your best friend. And today, that commitment that you have given your projects, the commitment that you've given your work and, your amazing work ethic that's giving you this amazing moment of abundance and, you know, finding your own personal high ground. You can savor it today, and you must savor it today. You must get into a place where you're relaxed enough to rest, to coalesce. Okay, this is convalescence. This is healing. This is getting back in touch with the aches and pains that live in your body and knowing how to treat them, knowing how to take care of yourself, not beating yourself up too much. You know, the body is an amazing thing, but you know, it is good to take a time out and sleep every now and then. So, okay, that's it for you, card number 2. This is going to be card number 3. We have the Devil reversed for you, card number 3. Okay, so at the beginning of the video, we're talking a little bit about dialogues that we are attached to sometimes about people or situations, the way that we expect people to behave, maybe because of how they have been in the past. In the reverse, I feel for you today, you will be able to see those things for what they are. Either you're going to be able to acknowledge the root cause of those stories, you're going to be able to go back into your own psyche, your own mind, and articulate to yourself, okay, this is the point at which I started to tell myself that story. And now, it might be years later, it might be weeks later, it might be months later, but it might be a lifetime ago. Now you've matured enough to look at why that part of you needed to tell that story at one point, why you needed to tell that story to yourself to cope. And also at the same time, knowing why you've outgrown it and why it's no longer true and why you're, you know, my words have stopped. So that's it. That's it for real. No, we're going to clarify a little bit more, I promise. Let's get a couple more cards for this devil. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups reversed. We've got the King of Cups reversed. We've got the King of Swords. Nice, yeah. And the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Wow. Beautiful. Sweet disposition. You know that song by Temper Trap? Sweet disposition. That's you today. So I feel like there's been a lot of introspection, you know, getting back to that point where you're noticing how your cosmology has played out, your personal cosmology, the storyline of your life. If you have not yet done this, get out a piece of paper and chart out every single instance for you where something happened. And you'll know what I mean when something happened. I feel like this has been kind of an internal journey that you may have been on for some time. And it's resulted in this really, really amazing clarity piece for you. Make sure wherever you're following your heart that you take your head with you. That's the message I have for you for that. I do feel usually with these two, I would be saying, you know, like reconnect to your emotions, but I'm kind of feeling like you are aware enough of your path at this point. You're you're able to visualize things enough. Okay, your heart has enough knowingness about why am I this way? You know, like why am I this way? What made me this way? I feel like you're there. So when you follow your heart, take your head with you, and everything will be fine. Promise. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's get a last look with the oracle, and then we can go on our merry little way, and it's going to be a wonderful couple of days, and I'm sending so much love to all of you. Seriously, you have no idea how much I appreciate your support around here. It's awesome. Okay. Hang on. So, how can we all collectively be working with this energy on the 26th and 27th of June 2020? Loyal Heart reversed and Orphan reversed. Nice. Okay, I talk a lot about this card, so I'm not going to go too deep into it today because I feel like we've really unpacked a lot of those themes today about feeling alone, you know, about feeling attached to the stories that we have about why we are alone, and really letting them go, you know, letting them go, telling ourselves a new story, getting back into openness, releasing stubbornness, and opening our hearts back up to something new. Okay, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope this resonates. If it did, please give it a like. If you, yeah, that's, sorry, my words are like, if you would like to book a personal reading, all of the information for that is in the description box down below. And I hope to see you in your next reading. And I'm sending you lots of love. Bye.